The Xia Dynasty is traditionally regarded as the first dynasty in Chinese history, existing around 2070 to 1600 BC. Although its historical existence is debated due to limited archaeological evidence, it is prominently featured in ancient Chinese texts. Key features. 1. Legendary founder. The dynasty is said to have been founded by Yu the Great, who is celebrated for his efforts in flood control and unifying tribes under a centralized government. 2. Agricultural advances. The Xia period is associated with early agricultural development, including rice cultivation and the domestication of animals, which helped support population growth. 3. Bronze Age development. It marks the beginning of the Bronze Age in China, with the emergence of early metalworking techniques. 4. Social structure. The Xia dynasty likely had a hierarchical social structure, though specific details are less clear due to the lack of written records. 5. Transition to Shang. The Xia is traditionally succeeded by the Shang dynasty, which is better documented. This transition marks a significant evolution in Chinese civilization. While the Xia dynasty's details remain shrouded in legend, it plays a crucial role in the narrative of Chinese history, symbolizing the transition from prehistoric to historic times. The Shang dynasty, which lasted from approximately 1600 to 1046 BC, is the first Chinese dynasty supported by archaeological evidence. It is known for several key features. The Shang had multiple capitals, with Anyang being the most famous, where significant archaeological discoveries have been made. The Shang developed one of the earliest forms of Chinese writing, primarily used on oracle bones for divination and recording events. The dynasty is renowned for its advanced bronze casting techniques, producing weapons, ritual vessels, and tools, which played a crucial role in their military and religious practices. The Shang society was hierarchical, with a king at the top, supported by a nobility and a class of artisans and farmers. Ancestor worship was central to Shang religion, alongside rituals that included sacrifices, sometimes involving humans, to appease gods and ensure prosperity. The Shang maintained a strong military, which helped them expand their territory and influence. The Shang dynasty came to an end when it was overthrown by the Zhou dynasty around 1046 BC, leading to significant shifts in political and cultural practices in ancient China. The Zhou dynasty, from around 1046 to 256 BC, is the longest-lasting dynasty in Chinese history and is divided into two main periods: the Western Zhou, from 1046 to 771 BC, and the Eastern Zhou, from 770 to 256 BC. Key features. Political structure. The Zhou introduced the concept of the mandate of heaven, which justified the king's rule as divinely sanctioned. This concept allowed for the overthrow of ineffective rulers. Feudal system. The dynasty established a feudal system, granting land to nobles who pledged loyalty to the king. This system allowed for regional governance, but later led to fragmentation and conflict. Cultural flourishing. The Zhou period saw significant advancements in philosophy, including the development of Confucianism, Taoism, and legalism. Confucius, a major figure of this era, emphasized ethics, governance, and social harmony. Technological advances. The Zhou made notable advancements in agriculture, such as the use of iron tools, which improved farming efficiency and irrigation techniques that expanded arable land. Eastern Zhou period. This period is characterized by political fragmentation and constant warfare, known as the Warring States period, where various states vied for power. Decline and fall. The Zhou dynasty gradually weakened, leading to the rise of powerful states and ultimately culminating in the unification of China under the Qing Dynasty in 221 BC. The Zhou dynasty played a crucial role in shaping Chinese culture, philosophy, and governance, laying the foundations for future dynasties. The Qing dynasty, from 221 to 206 BC, is notable for being the first imperial dynasty of China, marking a significant turning point in Chinese history. Key features. Unification of China. Under Qin Shi Huang, the dynasty unified various warring states into a centralized empire, ending centuries of conflict. This unification laid the groundwork for the concept of a unified Chinese state. Legalism. The Qin government was heavily influenced by legalism, emphasizing strict laws and harsh punishments to maintain order. This approach aimed to centralize power and suppress dissent. Standardization. The Qin implemented widespread standardization of weights, measures, currency, and even the writing system, facilitating trade and communication across the empire. Infrastructure projects. The dynasty is known for major infrastructure projects, including the early construction of the Great Wall of China to protect against invasions and an extensive network of roads and canals to enhance transportation. Terracotta Army. Qin Shi Huang's tomb is famously guarded by the Terracotta Army, an impressive archaeological find that showcases the craftsmanship of the time and reflects the emperor's desire for protection in the afterlife. Short-lived dynasty. Despite its achievements, the Qin dynasty was short-lived, lasting only 15 years. Its oppressive policies and heavy taxation led to widespread discontent, culminating in a rebellion that resulted in the dynasty's fall. The Qin dynasty's legacy is profound, as it established the foundations for imperial rule in China and influenced subsequent dynasties in governance and infrastructure. The Han Dynasty, from 206 BC to 220 AD, is often considered a golden age in Chinese history, marked by significant cultural, economic, and political developments. Key features. The Han established a strong, centralized government, building on the foundations laid by the Qin dynasty. They adopted Confucianism as the state philosophy, promoting moral governance and ethical leadership. The Han dynasty played a crucial role in developing the Silk Road, which facilitated trade between China and the West, allowing for the exchange of goods, culture, and ideas. This period saw advancements in literature, art, and science. Notable works include the Records of the Grand Historian by Sima Qian, and significant progress was made in fields like astronomy, mathematics, and medicine. The Han era is known for several key inventions, including paper, the seismograph, and advancements in agriculture such as the iron plow and water-powered mills. The Han expanded China's territory significantly, establishing control over regions in present-day Korea, Vietnam, and Central Asia. The Han dynasty eventually split into the Western Han and Eastern Han periods. The Western Han, from 206 BC to 9 AD, was marked by stability, while the Eastern Han, from 25 to 220 AD, faced internal strife and corruption, leading to its decline. The dynasty fell due to a combination of internal strife, corruption, and peasant revolts, such as the Yellow Turban Rebellion, ultimately leading to the fragmentation of China and the Three Kingdoms period. The Han Dynasty's influence is profound, shaping Chinese culture, government, and identity, with its legacy enduring in Chinese history and beyond. The Tang Dynasty, from 618 to 907 AD, is often regarded as one of the high points of Chinese civilization, marked by significant cultural, political, and economic advancements. Key features. The Tang established a strong, centralized government, implementing a meritocratic civil service system based on Confucian principles. This system allowed for the recruitment of officials through competitive examinations. The Tang period is renowned for its cultural achievements, particularly in poetry, painting, and ceramics. Famous poets like Li Bai and Du Fu emerged during this time, and the arts thrived, reflecting the dynasty's cosmopolitan nature. The Tang dynasty saw the expansion of the Silk Road, facilitating trade and cultural exchange between China and other civilizations, including Central Asia, Persia, and the Mediterranean. Buddhism flourished during the Tang era, alongside Taoism and Confucianism. The dynasty supported the construction of temples and the spread of Buddhist texts, contributing to a rich spiritual landscape. The Tang dynasty was a period of technological advancement, including developments in agriculture, medicine, and printing techniques, notably woodblock printing. The Tang expanded China's borders, exerting influence over regions in Central Asia and establishing control over territories that included parts of modern-day Korea and Vietnam. The dynasty began to decline in the late 9th century due to internal strife, corruption, and rebellion, most notably the Anlushan Rebellion, which severely weakened the state and led to its fragmentation. The Tang dynasty's legacy is profound, influencing subsequent dynasties and contributing significantly to Chinese culture, governance, and the arts. Its cosmopolitan character and openness to foreign influences set it apart as a remarkable period in Chinese history. The Song dynasty, spanning from 960 to 1279 AD, is known for its cultural, economic, and technological advancements, marking a significant period in Chinese history. Key features. Political structure. The Song dynasty is divided into two periods: the Northern Song from 960 to 1127, and the Southern Song from 1127 to 1279. The government emphasized a merit-based civil service system, which continued the Confucian tradition of bureaucratic governance. Economic growth. The Song era experienced significant economic expansion, driven by advancements in agriculture, including the widespread use of fast-ripening rice. Trade flourished, both domestically and through maritime routes, with bustling markets and increased commerce. Technological innovations. The period is notable for remarkable inventions, such as the magnetic compass, gunpowder, and early forms of printing, including movable type. These innovations had a lasting impact on Chinese society and beyond. Cultural achievements. The Song dynasty is recognized for its cultural flourishing, particularly in the arts. Landscape painting, poetry, and ceramics reached new heights, and scholars produced significant philosophical works. Urbanization. The Song era saw the growth of cities, with urban centers like Hangzhou becoming major cultural and economic hubs. This urbanization was accompanied by increased literacy rates and the rise of a merchant class. Challenges and decline. The dynasty faced external threats, particularly from the Jurchen and later the Mongols, which ultimately led to the fall of the Northern Song and the establishment of the Southern Song. The dynasty eventually succumbed to Mongol invasions, leading to the rise of the Yuan dynasty. The Song dynasty's legacy is profound, influencing Chinese culture, technology, and governance. Its innovations and cultural achievements laid the groundwork for subsequent developments in Chinese history. The Yuan dynasty, from 1271 to 1368 AD, was established by the Mongols, marking a significant chapter in Chinese history as the first foreign dynasty to rule over the entire country. Key features. Founded by Kublai Khan, the Yuan dynasty was part of the larger Mongol Empire. It unified China under a centralized rule, integrating various ethnic groups into the administration. The Yuan period facilitated extensive cultural exchange along the Silk Road, enhancing trade and interactions with other civilizations. The presence of foreign merchants and scholars contributed to a cosmopolitan society. The Yuan dynasty implemented policies to encourage trade and agriculture. They promoted infrastructure projects like road construction and canal building, which boosted economic activity. The Mongols practiced a degree of religious tolerance, allowing various beliefs to coexist, including Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, and Christianity. This openness contributed to a diverse cultural landscape. Despite its achievements, the Yuan dynasty is often criticized for the marginalization of Han Chinese culture and officials. Mongol elites maintained a distinct identity, which sometimes led to social tensions. Internal strife, corruption, heavy taxation, and natural disasters weakened the Yuan. This discontent fueled uprisings, notably the Red Turban Rebellion, leading to the dynasty's collapse and the rise of the Ming Dynasty in 1368. The Yuan dynasty's legacy is marked by its role in connecting East and West, influencing trade and cultural exchange, and shaping the future of Chinese governance and society. The Ming Dynasty, from 1368 to 1644 AD, is renowned for its cultural achievements, strong centralized government, and significant economic development, making it a pivotal period in Chinese history. Key features. Founded by Zhou Yuanzhang, who became known as the Hongwu Emperor, the Ming Dynasty rose to power after the fall of the Yuan Dynasty, emphasizing Han Chinese culture and governance. The Ming established a highly centralized bureaucratic system with a focus on Confucian principles. The civil service examinations were emphasized, allowing educated scholars to hold government positions. The period is famous for its contributions to the arts, including literature, painting, and porcelain. Ming blue and white pottery became especially prized and is still celebrated today. Under the Zheng He voyages, from 1405 to 1433, the Ming engaged in extensive maritime exploration, reaching as far as Africa and the Middle East. This era marked significant maritime trade and cultural exchange. Agricultural productivity improved through the introduction of new crops, such as sweet potatoes and maize from the Americas, leading to population growth and urbanization. The Ming Dynasty saw the reinforcement and expansion of the Great Wall, a significant military and cultural symbol to protect against northern invasions, particularly from the Mongols. The dynasty began to weaken in the late 16th century due to corruption, economic difficulties, and peasant uprisings. Internal strife, combined with external pressures from Manchu tribes, led to the dynasty's downfall in 1644, paving the way for the Qing Dynasty. The Ming Dynasty left a lasting legacy in China, influencing its culture, art, and governance, and is often celebrated for its achievements in literature, exploration, and architectural wonders. The Qing Dynasty, from 1644 to 1912, was the last imperial dynasty of China, characterized by significant expansion, cultural developments, and complex social changes. Key features. 1. Manchu rule. The Qing was established by the Manchus, who conquered China after the fall of the Ming Dynasty. They implemented a dual administration system that allowed both Manchu and Han Chinese officials to govern. 2. Territorial expansion. The Qing Dynasty expanded China's borders to include Taiwan, Tibet, Xinjiang, and Mongolia, significantly increasing the empire's size and influence. 3. Cultural flourishing. The Qing era saw a vibrant cultural scene, with advancements in literature, art, and philosophy. Notable works include the Four Treasuries compilation of literature and the flourishing of traditional Chinese painting and calligraphy. 4. Economic growth. The dynasty experienced economic prosperity, driven by agricultural advances, increased trade, and the introduction of new crops. However, the economy also faced challenges from internal strife and opium trade. 5. Social changes. The Qing implemented various social policies, including a rigid class system. Ethnic tensions sometimes arose between the ruling Manchus and the Han majority, leading to resistance movements. 6. Decline and challenges. The 19th century saw significant challenges, including internal rebellions, such as the Taiping Rebellion, foreign invasions, and unequal treaties with Western powers following conflicts like the Opium Wars. These challenges weakened the dynasty's authority. 7. Fall of the dynasty. The Qing dynasty officially ended in 1912 following the Xinhai Revolution, which led to the establishment of the Republic of China. This marked the end of over 2,000 years of imperial rule in China. The Qing dynasty's legacy is complex, as it shaped modern Chinese identity and territorial boundaries while facing both internal and external challenges that led to significant social and political transformation.